Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga Section. I'm here today to bring you the review for Brigade of Flames Manga Chapter 87. Not really a lot going on within this chapter, so I'm just going to quickly talk about it. So we start off with Arthur and was it Tamaki or Maki? I can't remember which one. I think it was Tamaki, and we'll just find out where everyone is at this moment in time. Hina was getting fixed up because he was injured. Vulcans with Lisa, Obu is talking to the Victor, and I can't remember the rest, but we just basically found out where everybody is. And like I said, previous chapter, Tamaki is telling Arthur that the sixth is a medical division. I mentioned this previously. It's fairly obvious. We didn't really need to be directly told this. And then we go over, moving on with the chapter, where we find out about this doctor's ability, and like I said as well, it is a healing ability. And just going by the by her description of it, she mentions that how she uses her flames to accelerate the regenerating like factors that we naturally have within our body. So that makes me think that she can't heal all wounds, and that, for example, if she can't regenerate the body, if she can't accelerate the regeneration tissues in the body to a fast enough rate to heal a person, they could still die. So if this is the case, it would save her from being like more OP than she already is. And then, so good thing about this chapter is that we don't spend like a whole chapter on the operation. The operation just takes up a few pages, and then we have like a little time skip where we find out that Shinra has been unconscious healing 3 days, and we end off the chapter with the commander of the first Burns coming to see Shinra, and he looks like he's about to tell him what happened in the fire 12 years ago. So, like I said, not really much going on. Pretty standard chapter, no excitement whatsoever, but definitely hype for the next chapter because we'll finally find out, or we should finally find out what happened in the fire 12 years ago. So for those reasons, I'm going to give it 2-star rating. Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga Section. I'm here today to bring the review for Brigade of Flames Manga Chapter 88. Now, after this chapter, after I've read this chapter, I got to thinking to myself, what happened 12 years ago better be good, because we've gone from last chapter where Burns comes in and says, yeah, do you want to know what happened 12 years ago? To this chapter we go, actually, do you know what? I'm not telling you, you got to prove to me you're not weak, and then I'll tell you. I'm thinking to myself, but you didn't even seem like you came here for a fight in the first place. But so we have that now. The only pieces of information that we are given is that Burns did lie the first time round. He does know what happened. He was there, and he knew that Sho was alive. Upon finding this out, Shinra gets angry, so he starts to attack him, and now he's going all out. He's using his speed, and I just like to mention that Burns is able to keep up with the speed, which is cool. So as the chapter is going on, we do get an explanation to like how Burns uses his ability, and I'm not sure if I'm understanding this correctly, but it seems like he can use his body heat, and being a flame person, his body heat could probably get higher than most normal people, and then convert this into the energy that he uses to attack. This is my understanding of the ability, and regardless of that, I don't think it has to do anything with what's going on with his eye. I think that is a separate or an additional thing. And yeah, that's essentially it. So Burns came, said, Shinra, I'm going to tell you what happened 12 years ago. Shinra's like, all right, cool, but not right now. I'm not, let me get dressed. I'm starving. Let me do all of that. Then they start to get to talking, and it's during this time Shinra finds out that that Burns knew about Sho and knew about the fight incident. He was lying before. Shinra gets angry. They start to fight. Then Burns says, you know what? The weak don't deserve to know the truth. So right now you have to prove to me that you're not weak. But I thought he was going to tell him. So now they're gonna have to have a fight to determine if the show is strong or weak. Personally, I don't think that even after the fight, Shin was going to find that information. I reckon Burns are going to say, do you know, after the fight, he's going to say, do you know what? You're not quite, you're not quite ready to know the truth. Then he's going to walk off, and then Shin is going to do, what? No, come back here. Tell me not. That kind of whole vibe thing. But it was a dick tease because I thought we was going to get some information in this chapter. I think this chapter deserves a 3-star rating. Hey guys, how you doing? This is the manga section. I'm here to bring the review for Brigade of Flames manga chapter 89. So I was wrong. I thought that we was gonna have some full blown, at least a chapter long fight between Burns and Shinra, with it ending with Burns saying, "Do you know what? You're not ready to know the truth." But that wasn't the case at all. Uh, we actually do find out what happened 12 years ago within this chapter. So we find out first and foremost that the Preacher and the White Hoods, they've been operating for a long time. So 12 years ago, they was in fact already they've in fact already started their plan, and so we see. I think I definitely know one of them is, but I think those two people are the two people we saw when we was in the Never, and they came for show. This fire that started at Shinra's house was predetermined, and they was coming for show, so they knew about show from beforehand, and now Ms. H, as I call her, refers to show as the third, and I think Shinra is the fourth. So there is at least two other people within the Brigade of Flames universe that has the Odora burst. So those are two people to to look out for. Yeah, those are two people to look out for. So what we find out is that Sho starts the fire within the house. This fire awakes Shinra as a third generation flame human, but what we find out is that this demon that Shinra saw within the fire was in fact his mum. So he finds this out now. He's like, oh my gosh, my whole life I've been working towards finding this demon so I can kill it. So he now knows that it's his mum. And from how things were depicted within the chapter, I think the mum might still be alive, because at the very end of the chapter we see the demon cradling the baby show, but there is a panel where we see the preacher, the baby, and the demon as well. So it could lead for some interesting stuff if the mother is in fact still alive, a demon working for the preacher, and yeah, it could make for some interesting stuff. It could also make for some deep stuff if there isn't a way to reverse this whole human combustion thing and they can't save the mom. So yeah, that's something to kind of look forward to. Maybe not depending on who you are, but that's everything to happen in the chapter. I'm going to give this, if I'm honest, after all this time, I was expecting a bit more from the event that happened 12 years ago. Obviously, my theories out the window where I thought that this demon was going to somehow be within show and lead to a power up down the lines and stuff like that. So I guess because I was expecting that, I'm disappointed. But you know what we got was alright, I guess. Not as good as my idea, but it's alright. I think this chapter deserves a 3-star rating. I'm gonna call it a review. Like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.